Senate Foreign Relations Subcommittee on African Affairs was presented with a budget request for sub-Saharan Africa in fiscal year 2012. The hearing is to review the President's budget request for Africa, including bilateral and regional priorities for foreign assistance.
We are looking at Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, Angola, possibly Nigeria, in the 5 to 10 year time frame, who will move very strongly into being able to sustain and support these efforts.
One of the objectives of the hearing is to consider the whole of government's approach towards the region and to explore the impacts of proposed budget cuts in the continuing resolution for the fiscal year 2011.
We are making progress in terms of the development of democratic institutions in the continent. You are making investments, continue to make investments in democracy and governance. I see that Mr. Fine would like to add, as well as Ambassador Gooseby, if I could just suggest in continuing answers to this question.
Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Johnny Carson praised the continuing support the U.S. government gives Africa, notably in establishing a free state of Southern Sudan.
A great deal of the progress that has been made today in the completion of the comprehensive peace agreement between North and South Sudan is a result of active and sustained U.S. diplomacy. And if, in fact, we are successful in seeing Southern Sudan independent in July of this year, we will have brought to an end a conflict that has lasted on and off for the better part of 40 years.
The committee was, however, informed of continued high-level competition that the U.S. faces in terms of its assistance to African nations.
I've been living and working in Africa for 30 years. One of the big differences that I see today as compared to, say, in the 80s or the 90s is when you're in a country. I was in Malawi last week, and the number of signs that you see in Chinese, and when you're in restaurants or hotels, the number of Chinese business people that you see there is just a completely new phenomenon compared to, say, 10 or 12 years ago.
The committee was seeking to approve a $7.8 billion in assistance to sub-Saharan Africa, as requested by President Barack Obama. Aaron Ochieng, Mark TV News.